Got cocky. Hey there, Bob from Oregon's Constant Gardener. Welcome to the OCGFAM Show. To you, my YouTube buddies, happy Friday. If you're watching this on Friday, September, the 29th? 29th, big sale today over at OCGFAM.com. Go check that out. Let's get into the show. Microbes. We've been talking about microbial life in your soil and how important that is in any grow, but especially in a Nectar for the Gods grow because of the synergy between the microbes and the Nectar for the Gods nutrients. A bunch of shows we've done about it. I hope you've enjoyed them. Today, I want to do a wrap-up of that. When we were doing that viewer questions episode where Scott's done all these clips we've watched so far, at the end, I kind of asked him to summarize it, and he did in spectacular fashion. So I think you're going to enjoy this. I think it wraps the whole thing up, puts a bow on it. So please watch the clip. I'll talk to you after.
So
it's just an added expense right now.
if I'm summarizing for making some good weed, I would be with my nutrients, I would be with my SLF for sure, I would probably put my Photo Plus in there or my Pluto, and if I'm looking for diversity outside of that, I would be looking for that with building a tea in my backyard more so than buying a bag that I take an eighth of a teaspoon out of to drop on my plant.
I just don't trust that all the spores are alive every
Yeah.
time you buy one of these instant teas.
Yeah.
So, and when you brew your own tea and aerated, so what a lot of people are doing is they're using anaerobic microbes from these bottles, and there's
Sure.
no diversity to aerobic
Yeah.
bacteria and fungi. So, brewing an aerated compost tea is literally the other half of the diversity that if you can do that, you can make little 5-gallon batches,
Yeah.
and as simple as worm castings and compost,
Yeah.
and make billions of beneficial microbes that you can't put in a bottle because they need oxygen to live,
Yeah.
and there's no way you can put those in bottles without them suffocating and dying. So, again, brewing your own tea, like if I had to go all the way out there, a really good worm casting and a really clean humic compost source, that's going to give you all the diversity that you can't get in, microbe life and SLF.
So if you have 5 feet of dirt in your backyard, you should be making some tea. If you're in an apartment on the 4th floor,
Get some SLF. Stick to your bottles and get, and worm castings, top dressing worm castings is a nice slow release way of adding in bacteria that's already, they're aerated compost because it's worm castings that have been oxygenated.
Can you top dress with some of this stuff, or do
Absolutely.
you really? So, and that's obviously not as good as making a tea, but it's pretty damn good, right?
Well, the nice thing about it is that not only are you constantly leaching in bacteria, but then you're improving the soil tilth by adding in humic, because the worm casting is just humus coming out of the butt of a worm.
Yeah.
So if you top dress with a nice worm or compost, it's improving the tilth. It's like the bokashi, it's like the biochar, it's giving a house for bacteria and fungus to live in, and ultimately it's going to make you a better soil. So, we don't put a lot of compost because we can't find a trusted source that can make the volume.
Yeah.
And we don't put a ton of worm castings in because the worm castings that we love are affordable. They are a ton per product. So it's, we really rely on the customers to want those things and go out there and find them.
6 ounces instead of us getting 6 truckloads.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think? Informative, entertaining, helpful? Let me know in the comments. Also, I'm hoping that we're going to have a viewer questions episode on Monday. So please get serious about some questions to throw in the comments that Scott and I can address when I talk with him on Monday. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. The OCG Fam Show. It's pretty good. It happens every day. It's the OCG Fam Show. See you tomorrow.